The cast members on TLC's hit reality series 90 Day Fiancé are typically known for their intelligence. From brash personalities to tense cultural clashes, participants on the show are usually more famous for their outbursts and arguments. However, of the dozens and dozens of couples featured on the program, a few have stood out as genuinely intellectual. Controversial 90-day husbands. To be like Big Ed and Jorge certainly didn't come across as MIT professors, but, over the series' 8 seasons, there have been a few genuinely intelligent and emotionally honest men featured on the show. 10. Eric Rosenbrook. Introduced in Season 6, Eric and Lydia weren't a fan-favorite couple. The pairing was fraught with familial disagreements and petty squabbles, and, after an incident of alleged domestic violence, things seem to have taken a dark turn. That said, the couple is still together to this day. While he certainly didn't come across as a Casanova on 90 Day Fiancé, Eric is absolutely no dunce. An avionics technician and former U.S. Marine, he must be incredibly talented and hard-working. 9. Mohammed Shfali. Mohammed is among the most vilified cast members of 90 Day Fiancé. His relationship with the much older Danielle never came across as genuine, and he ditched her and moved from Danielle's native Ohio to Florida at his earliest convenience. Intelligent may not be the proper term for Mohammed. Conniving may be a more apt term. Still, despite his very questionable actions, he got what he wanted in the end, and his very aloof, devil-may-care attitude made him seem like a cunning Bond villain when compared to some of the show's other notoriously disliked figures. 8. Azan Tefu. First featured in the series' 4th season, Azan and Nicole seemed destined to let their differences drive them apart. Azan was blatantly unhappy with Nicole's physical appearance, and Nicole couldn't accept the cultural differences of Azan's native Morocco. That said, though their relationship ultimately went down as one of 90 Day Fiancé's ugliest, Azan initially seemed interested in making it work. For a time, he seemed eager to encourage her lifestyle changes, indicating an emotional intelligence not often seen on the show. However, this eventually gave way to passive insults, and the two ultimately split up. 7. Alan Cox. It's no secret that tumultuous couples make for great television, but, during the show's first season, drama wasn't the marquee selling point. Instead, 90 Day Fiancé hosted some genuine couples struggling through emotionally perilous circumstances. Alan met his future wife Curliam on a missions trip to Brazil, and he seems to be half of one of the most well-adjusted couples ever to be seen on the series. Though his conservative values did cause a bit of tension early on, the two remain happily married, and that's more than most 90 Day stars can say. 6. Russ Mayfield. Russ and Paola seemed at first to be a match made in heaven, but Russ had a hard time coming to grips with his fiancée's fast-paced lifestyle. Her risque modeling career caused a bit of a rift between the two, but it was quickly mended. Russ was employed as an engineer prior to his appearance on 90 Day Fiancé, an occupation which assuredly requires brainpower. He also seems to have the emotional intelligence to understand the inherent give and take of a romantic relationship, which makes him leagues smarter than some of the series' more hard-headed husbands. 5. Danny Frischmuth. Danny Frischmuth and his bride, to be Amy, stand out against the larger pantheon of 90 Day couples. Both were incredibly young when they married, and, aside from a few familial misgivings, their relationship was virtually absent of drama. Danny comes across as an unassuming, humble sort, as does his wife, and there's no doubt that has one of the most intelligent husbands to feature on the show. Actions, as they say, speak louder than words, and Danny's reserved demeanor made him seem like a class act, especially when compared to some of the men the series would later follow. 4. Deaver Walters. Deaver and Melanie had a whirlwind romance that resulted in a very premature engagement, a scenario that typically sets the stage for drama. However, despite the fact that Melanie's family took a while to warm up to her future husband, things went relatively smoothly. There was a bit of contention surrounding Deaver's wish to give most of the money he was making to his family in Jamaica, but, in a way, it could be construed as a smart, thoughtful gesture. Additionally, he studied to become an underwater welder, a specialized job that certainly demands intelligence. 3. Lewis Roy Gatton. Introduced as part of the first season of 90 Day Fiancé, Lewis and Aya first seem like they are from two completely different worlds. He is from Indianapolis, and she is from the Philippines, so the two are very opposite, but they don't let that divide them. Lewis is one of the most emotionally genuine men to ever feature on TLC's series. He appears to genuinely care for Aya, and, despite the overdramatized nature of the show, he comes across as very sincere. As of 2021, the couple is still together and has 2 children. 2. Josh Strobel. Initially, Josh and Alexandra were a bit of an odd couple. A conservative Mormon and a nightlife-loving atheist, the two didn't seem to share much common ground. That said, they were engaged in 2015 and seem to be doing well, now residing in Australia. Josh has been pursuing a medical degree for some time. He was initially rejected, but, in 2018, he enrolled in medical school at the University of Queensland. Josh seems to be eager to tackle challenges in both professional and romantic life, and he deserves to be remembered as one of the show's most intelligent husbands. 1. Michael Jesson. A self-employed wine entrepreneur, Michael Jesson is seen driving exotic cars and touring the world when Hess first introduced to 90 Day Fiancé viewers. Despite that, he appears to be a relatively down-to-earth person, and the connection between Michael and his Brazilian supermodel fiancée seems to be more than surface level. With a high-powered, high-earning job, Michael is undoubtedly intelligent. He was also able to help his fiancée through issues she faced when trying to obtain a tourist visa, and he helped to navigate tensions between his bride-to-be and his ex-wife.